Hello, boys and girls. How are you? Of course, you know my name, Mr. Brisson, and we are here to do another science lesson. And I am having a great day today. I'm sure you are too. And if you are not, get with it. And let's have a great time doing science together. For some reason, I thought I said math. But if I said math, did I say math? Science. Anyways, science. That's what we're going to be doing together. And you remember that for the last two lessons, we've been talking about humans and the planet and how we, you and I, that are humans, affect our planet, specifically the land and the water. And today we're going to concentrate on the water, how we affect the water. So the learning target says I can observe, infer, ask questions, and research to explain how humans affect the land and water. So the word water is big right there because that's what we're going to be concentrating on today. How we affect, how we make changes to the water, either oceans or rivers or lakes, okay? I want you to open a document. It's a Word doc that is titled Two Images, okay? Two images. Please click on that, open it. It looks like this, okay? It has two images. So open that. So I want you to look at the images closely, very carefully, examine every single detail there. And I want you to, in your notebooks, in your science notebooks, write all the things that are the same about the images and the things that are different about the images, okay? So you're going to compare and contrast. I think you've heard that before, which is the same as just looking at what is the same and what is different. So look at the images carefully with very, very, very examining eyes, and then write what is the same and what is different about the images, okay? All right, so do you notice many things? So we know that there is water in both, right? There is water in both, and there are humans in both. And there are fish in both images. And we also noticed that there is a lot of fish in one image and just one fish in the other image. We see that the guy in one image is using like a fishing rod. And on the other one, we have like a net, right? Do you notice any other things about those images? And do you write those things down? So, of course, the images are both related with water because that's what we're talking about today, right? That's what the learning target is leading to. How do humans affect the water on our planet? And as we mentioned before, we know that our planet has way, way more water than land, right? A lot more water than land. And we even saw last lesson that there are humans that build their houses on the water, right? But that's beside the point. I just always get caught up in little details here and there. I have to focus. I have to focus. Focus, Mr. Brisson. Focus. All right. So today we're going to be watching two videos, okay? And you're going to have to take a lot of notes because we have to figure out how humans affect the water, okay? So I want you to click on a link. It is a video, and the title is A Whale's Tale. A Whale's Tale. And it is a cartoon video, and it doesn't have any words, okay? So you have to watch every detail carefully to see if you can figure out what is happening on this video, okay? So you watch the video, and then you're gonna write in your notebook all the things that you think are happening, okay? And remember, keep in mind that we are thinking about how humans affect the water, okay? So you write everything that you think is happening on this video. So do you write many things? I thought this video was so cute. I really liked it. And I like that it has a happy ending, right? I mean, maybe the reality is not so happy, but in this one, it has a happy ending. And of course, in real life, we don't have fish that are helping so much, right? But in this one, we did. But what was important about the video is what was happening there that you think was the effect of human activity? What was happening there that was the effect of human activity? What was the whale carrying? What was the whale entangled with? What was happening there? We use a lot of things, right? Look at this picture and look at how many things are there that we use. And then what happens after? Where does that go? Well, we saw clearly on that video that a lot of this, all the stuff that we use goes into the water. And of course, it affects the animals that live there. So all that waste, a lot of the waste that we use goes into the water. And the animals are not used to having all that stuff in there. So they have to deal with it somehow. And what do you think happens to many of the animals that encounter that trash in the oceans, right? Well, that whale was lucky. It was a cartoon, right? And she was able to come to the surface and breathe. But in real life, the whale might have not been able to do that. And a lot of other animals eat some of those things thinking that it's food. And it gets stuck in their stomachs. And many other problems. So do we affect the water? Absolutely. Absolutely we do. Now I want us to look at another video. Okay? Let's look at this video. It is called Fishing. Okay? It's a YouTube video called Fishing. This one is a little bit longer and a little bit more serious. Okay? And it looks something like that. All right, so I want you to watch that video. And as you watch the video, think about how humans are affecting the water, okay? And specifically, fishing, thinking about fishing. And when I say affecting the water, I'm talking about all the organisms that live in the water as well. So not just the water, but the organisms that live there, because they are part of that ecosystem. What do you think, huh? Pretty serious. Yes, and you know, many of us like fish, and we need food, right? Because remember, humans need food to survive. We need that energy that the plants are able to grab from the sun and that other animals like the fish will eat, and then we get it from the fish. So I'm not saying that we should not eat fish, but we are affecting the water and the water organisms in a very, very, very negative way. So what do we do? Well, today is not about solutions, but just the problem. But we are going to be talking about solutions in some future lessons, okay? So do humans affect the water? Absolutely we do. And today we looked at two things. We looked at trash in the oceans and overfishing. Those are two ways that we affect the water. The humans affect the water. Now, do you remember that document that we did some of it 2 lessons ago that was called Before and After Activity? Well, I want you to click on that document, okay? Open that document. It looks like this. And you already did the first 2 columns, okay? Now, knowing what you know after the lessons that we have done, I want you to do the 2 columns for after. So this is a review and see if you've changed your mind on anything, okay? So, does that activity affect the planet in a negative way or in a positive way? Building homes, exercising, building furniture, fishing, reading, and eating, okay? So I want you to look at those. But now you're gonna have to add more. If you see on the bottom of the chart, it says explain your reasoning for each. So if you say that building homes affects our planet negatively, I want you to explain your reasoning. Or if you say that it doesn't affect our planet, then explain your reasoning. So this time, I want you to take a few minutes. It might take 10 or 15 minutes. So go through each one, okay? And then talk about or write about in your notebook your reasoning for each, okay? For building homes, for exercising, for building furniture, for fishing, for reading, and for eating, okay? From what you know about the lessons, explain your reasoning. Okay, so I hope that you were able to explain your reasoning very well using evidence from the videos and from the articles that we have, the videos that we have watched and the articles that we have read, okay? And to close the lesson, do humans affect the land and the water on planet Earth? Absolutely, we do. And we've really concentrated on ways that we negatively affect the land and the water. But don't worry, we're going to have some lessons in the future, okay, where we're going to talk about how we affect it in a positive way, because we can affect our planet in a positive way, and we should be looking for ways to affect it in a positive way, especially since this is the only planet, the only home we have, and the only planet we know that can support life. We have to take care of it, right? And we are going to have an assessment. It's a 5-question quiz, okay, to check if we've really reached our targets in the last 3 lessons. So you're going to open a document that is called assessment, okay? And you are going to take that assessment to prove to yourselves and to your teachers that you understood the learning target, okay? So you're going to open that test, that assessment. It has 5 questions. You're going to answer the questions. And I am going to see you next time. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And remember, science is everywhere and it is fun. And the message today, we have to take care of our planet, and we're going to talk about how to do it in other lessons in the future. Bye-bye.